What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Knicks Cave. I'm Jan and Nick Fan, your host, and let's get right into it. But before we do, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. Leave a comment. You want to know where the next video going to drop. Hit the notification. All right, let's get into it. Let's get into it. First thing I want to say is, yeah, your boy was down and out with the flu. Had me in the bed. Had me out of work for a week. But I'm back. Jan the Nick fan is back. We back. The best thing about that, the Knicks ain't have that many games where I was down and out, and we won most of them games when I was down and out. But the game that mattered the most, the game that mattered the most to every Knicks fan. Let's be real. The game that mattered the most to every Knicks fan was a disappointing game. Was it a statement game? Was it a game of revenge? However you looked at this game, New York Knicks, Boston Celtics, it was a letdown in a major way. And we're gonna talk about that game. Starting unit, excuse me for a second. Starting unit for that team that night, Drew Holiday was out. They threw in Al Horford, Kristaps Porzingis was out, Luke Cornett. And this is what I mean about having players ready. Now, some of y'all gonna say that Al Horford was a starter, but lately he comes off the bench, an old player. And it's not about him being a starter once before. It's about the coach recognizing the moment, the matchups, the time to insert certain players into the rotation. One of my biggest problems with Tom Thibodeau. Last night, the night before, Saturday night, you see the inept, the time, not gonna say inept, the stubbornness. The stubbornness. That's why you see down there, should the Knicks hire a younger, a more modern coach, a coach that can relate to the players today. And we're going to get to that because this is Missoula versus Tom Thibodeau, but it's really modern versus traditional. And the game of basketball evolved and is going to continue to evolve. It evolved before Tibbs became a coach. When Tibbs became a coach, he was considered a modern coach. But I'm going to be real. Excuse me. He's a dinosaur today. You know what I'm saying? So let's get to it. Statement game, revenge game. Did the Knicks make a statement? No. Are the Knicks contenders? Are they pretenders? I'm gonna say they're contenders because we have a roster that can get the job done. In my opinion, we got a roster that can win a championship. But we don't have the coach that can adjust to the moments. See, I don't want to sound like I'm hating Tibbs because in basketball, it's all about the moments. It's all about the moments in the time that you're given when the game is being played. I know you like the coaches like to hit that black and board, the X and O's, whatever you want to call it, but it comes down to the moment. You have to prepare for the moment. Every game is not the same game. You have to have a backup plan. And I'm hoping next year the Knicks add size to this team. That's one of the biggest problems, in my opinion, that we don't have the size. And right now I'm about to contradict myself because I believe we have players that can match up. They might not be as good, offensively as the player we're going to match them up on. But I believe, you know what I'm saying, that length and size make a difference. You know what I'm saying? And younger legs make a difference. And the reason I say that, because I think about why Toppins was sitting on the bench. Uh, Even Matt Ryan, yeah, he gets smoked, but if he put a hand up, it would be how can I say, it would be a more deterred than Jalen Brunson. Now, Jalen Brunson's going to be on the floor, but what I mean about Josh Hart, and Josh Hart is the heart of the team, so I know y'all going to kill me in the comments, but in certain games, now, that's why I said, look look at the starting five for this tonight. Jalen Brunson, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, Precious Stewart, Carl Anthony Towns. Matchup right there. Every player up there. Only one really matchup is Carl Anthony Towns, and Carl Anthony Towns, he's injured right now. He got the thumb, he got the knee. The thumb, in my opinion, that was self-inflicted. But the knee, I'd say the knee is coming from the minutes. Yeah, I'm a minute police. I'm one of them guys that they call the minute police because I believe the minutes matters. I believe it matters. I don't care. And as I'm going to point out in this game, as I point out in every game, how other coaches utilize their personnel compared to Tibbs. Now we look at these starters. Brunson, he did what he could do in the third quarter, but he kept him in that whole third quarter. Not why not make the switch when we got 3 points down? When we got 3 points down. It was a time to give Brunson a rest, bring in Payne, give him more minutes. Payne played like 9 minutes that game. Mal McBride was the most minutes off the bench last night, Saturday night, 27 minutes, I think. And we have other players. We have other players. We got rid of Jericho Sims. Mitchell Robinson is not coming back to March 1st. We're going to talk about that in a minute. So we got other players. Was that a statement game or a revenge game? But I tell you, it was a disappointing game by the coach. Would bring me right into this subject: Missoula versus Tibbs. We're going to get there. We're going to get there. Tatum killed us. Tatum killed us. Tatum killed us. That photo right there, that image alone exposed the defense. And before we get to the Missoula and Tibbs, I just want to talk a little bit about that defense just for a second. Now, here's a play from Brown. Now, stop it right here for a second. This is what I'm talking about. Tibbs, how he packed the paint. And last year, when we had Hartenstein, Mitchell Robinson, we had two big guys that was there to help Brunson. Carl Anthony Towns right now, he's leading. Earlier in the season, he was getting them bounds, but right now, the knee not there, the thumb not there. Achua, I don't know, Josh Hart, but look at this sequence right here. This is why we get killed on the threes, first of all. Look at where we at. We packed the paint. Bridges is going to try to fight over the pick. Missoula had the defense down packed. Watch this play now. We're gonna run the play. Now see the pick that Hartford put on Mikal Bridges can't get back. That defense is, like I always say, it's forcing you to the weak side. And once you get there, all you gotta do is snake through. He's icing. And once you ice, all you gotta do is snake through. Now, once he get right there, he has the option to hit Jason Tatum or even Derek White in the corner because Brunson and Josh Hart is going to converge on him. They already converged, and Josh Hart got beat. Let's finish the play. And this is what I mean by a more modern coach, coming up with a more modern defensive defensive scheme, excuse me. We ranked 12th, better than what we did and started off in earlier in the season. We was in the 20s. But we just need a more modern coach. And as I talk about that, let's get into it. Missoula versus Thibodeau. Now, when we come to these two coaches, how we can compare, and it's not just Missoula because if you look at most of the NBA teams right now today that's doing very well, that's in the top of their conference, look at their coaches and look at the age difference. Now, I want to prove one point. A lot of people, some of y'all might try to bring up Popovich, and I know the man is out. If he's back, I don't think he's back yet, and I'm praying. We all be praying for his return. I hope he gets well soon. But think about him and his style. You can put him right there with Tom Thibodeau, and that's not to say he's not a good coach, because he's a damn good coach. But where have they been in the last 8 to 9 years, let's say 10 years, the last decade, where were they picking up? Because they said let's do pop way. And they've been doing it pop way. They've been doing it pop way. Now look at the Spurs. They're looking a little better. That pop is on it. Like I said, I mean no disrespect. Now look at the coach that's coaching the Spurs right now. Look at the age difference between Tibbs and that coach. Again, like I said, all the teams that's performing well and unexpectedly well, look at the age of their coach. Look at the styles of the coach. And I'm not saying Tibbs is not a good coach because I'm telling you, Pop is a damn good coach. And if Pop was playing, they probably, I don't know, they was getting first round picks. But what I'm trying to say, styles die. As good as a Coach Popovic was, they got the number one pick a couple of times, or was in the lotteries, and they wound up with Wimby, a guy that's going to be a future Hall of Fame in this league. Now, if you compare, excuse me, if you compare Joe Mazzulla to Tom Thibodeau, and like I said, when we do this, it's how we're going to compare is going to be on coaching style, experience, and let's say player relations. Now, when it comes to Tom Thibodeau, we know Tom Thibodeau is a defensive minded coach. Been in the league for a while, coach with the Minnesota Timberwolves, Chicago Bulls, now the Knicks head coach. But his emphasis on the tough defense, physical defensive schemes, and let's be real, he have a reputation of demanding a lot from his players. It kind of ruffles some feathers. Now I already mentioned his experience, long time NBA coach, coach for Chicago and all that. But the player relationship, that's the part that rub players the way. Like Tibbs' intense style can sometimes be challenging for players, especially in today's NBA game where players are a little coddled and load management are significant. Let's say load management are significant factors with players today. However, players who buy into his system often thrive, as well as Derrick Rose during his MVP finals, or Julius Randle, uh, Brunson. But we see where it gets them at the end of the season. There's no, see, this is what I'm trying to tell y'all. There's no different outcome. And all y'all be telling me that it ain't the minutes. But if the same thing is happening over and over and over again, then why isn't it's the coach? Why is not the coach's fault? Why? Why isn't it the coach's fault? Now, when Joe Mazzulla took over the Celtics, a lot of y'all gonna say he got a stacked team, and I beg to differ. I mean, he still had Tatum, he still had Brown, but when he first took over the Celtics, people was actually talking about splitting that pair up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can work as a duo. And let's not forget Uduka. That's another coach that I want to bring up, a young modern coach that he helped the Celtics progress to where they are today. But look what he's doing for the Houston Rockets. Y'all cannot tell me y'all don't see the similarities of having a younger coach, a younger modern coach. When you look around, look at the Thunder. He's not a young coach, but he's younger than Tibbs, and by a decade, more relatable to the players. And as I talk about this, you know, we talk about our two best players, right? Carl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, our best player, 26 points per game, 7.5 assists, career high for Jalen Brunson. Carl Anthony Towns, 24 points, shooting 53% from the field, 42 from downtown, 13.6 rebounds. I think he's second in the league. And I kind of contradict myself with the rebounding, but The Knicks are not where they were when it come to last year in the rebounding department. But also, he is dropping in the stats in that department because I don't even know if he's second. Y'all can hit me. I think he's probably third. Hit me up in the comments. And while y'all hitting me up down in the comments, don't forget to subscribe. And it's coming out of the minute police mouth again. It's the minutes. And I'm not saying I don't want Towns and Brunson on the floor doing their thing, but they gotta be smart with the minutes. You gotta be smart with the minutes. And that gets me to, even though we behind schedule, one injury away from doom. Now, if Brunson go down, think about it. And I ain't trying to jinx this team. And I'm crossing my fingers that after this video, nothing happened in the next game. So nobody won't kill me in the comments. But if Brunson go down, what do you where do you think this team will be? We'll be screwed. And you know why we'll be screwed? Because our bench players gets no burn, no type of minutes, no type of game in live game experience. None. Our rookie, not even in consideration for no type of awards, no category. And I'm tired of that bullshit, first of all. I'm tired of that. Yeah, it was good with RJ Barrett, but that's because he was a high draft pick. But if you go look at some of these rookies that's mentioning for some, that's even in the category of being mentioned, they're not high draft picks, then they're not first round draft picks. But their coach know how to utilize them skills, confidence, build championships. I don't care what nobody say. Lakers was without LeBron James and Luka. And what's his name? But he dropped 45 points. And y'all know who I'm talking about. He dropped 45 points. His name just not, cause I like Connect, and they traded Connect. Damn, his name on the tip of my tongue. But he dropped 45 points. But from the beginning, and look where he was drafted. I think he was undrafted. But yeah, he was undrafted. Look where he at right now. For a coach spotting talent and molding that talent. Tibbs is not that guy. He's not that guy. He's not that guy. Now, when we talk about one injury away, Mitchell Robinson, I told y'all in past videos that Mitchell Robinson was not going to be back in January. I said, matter of fact, I don't think he's going to be back in February. I said he'll probably be back in the end of February or early March. That's what I said to y'all. And I'm hoping that maybe he come and play in this Pacers game. I'm not hearing nothing yet. And if y'all did, like I said, I was down with the flu. Yeah, I was looking in sky, but basically hitting myself with that ginger and boiled lemon and some honey, some Buckleys. But I told y'all Mitchell Robinson won't be back until March. And I want him back. It's not like I don't want him back. I want him back because I know it's going to be a significant difference on the team with him back, especially defensive wise. You know what I'm saying? He's going to clean that paint up. But the thing is with Anunoby, first it was a day-to-day. He'd be back this game. Then been a week. Now he's not playing to after the All-Star break. It's a toe. You know what I'm saying? That's wear and tear from the minutes. Y'all can say whatever y'all want, have long discussions, this and that. But y'all gonna have to come to the fact that Tibbs is killing the players, and he running to the ground. You know what I'm saying? Now I can see if he go up, try to block, come down wrong, step on somebody's foot, whatever. Injury. These are basketball related injuries. But when a player is dribbling up the court and just stop and drop, that's wear and tear. That's constantly coming up and down the court, stopping diamond, hitting that toe, stopping, being out there 40 minutes per game. That's wear and tear. I don't care what you say. Go to a doctor, and the doctor will tell you. I guarantee you that's what the doctors tell them. I guarantee you that's what the doctor's saying. Yo, you need more rest. And this is why they being precaution with it, because we going to need him down the line. Because if he was to come back, Ananobi that is, if he was to come back right now, he'd be playing 35 to 40 minutes, and all that would be doing is wearing and tearing that toe more. Make fun of the minute police all y'all want, but we know something that y'all won't admit, and that's the crazy shit about it. Excuse my French. Is that doing the same thing over and over leads to insanity. And y'all keep saying it's not the minutes. Y'all, when I say y'all, I'm talking about the public. I'm talking about the Tom Thibodeau fan club. And I'm not saying I'm not in that fan club. As long as we win it, I don't care who our coach is. I'm just gonna be real with you. I'm a Knicks fan. I'm not an individual player fan. Well, I lie because LeBron James is my favorite player. Allen Houston is my favorite Knick. But if you constantly do the same thing over and over and get the same results, it has to be that have to be the equation. If you have a coach and he have star players that constantly get injured or make it to the playoffs and get bounced because the players have nothing left. Y'all can say what y'all want, Josh. And that Indiana Pacers game took a whole lot. That was the Knicks season in that Indiana Pacers game. They didn't have the muscle. The injuries, the wear and tear started piling up. Many police is telling y'all he got to have better player management in today's game. The, the game is faster than what it was. That's all it is. The game is faster than what it used to be. These guys are playing at a higher level than players of past. All right, I'm gonna say something. Y'all can hit me in the head, but when I say what I'm saying, I want y'all to think about it on a physical attributes. When I say damn near every player is Michael Jordan, and I don't mean by scoring, getting past the play, but I mean almost that athletic. You didn't have that many athletic guys in the 80s. There was a few rim rockers. Let's be real. You know, there was a lot of guys that loved that mid-range jump shot. You know what I'm saying? Some would say they was long in their career. But you know what I'm saying? You have to realize these guys was playing. The most of the stars didn't become stars till they was damn near 30 years old. Let's be real, y'all. Now we have stars that's 21, 22, at 25, at the peak of their bodies. Peak. You know what I'm saying? Back in them days, them guys at their peak, they were sitting on the bench. They didn't play rookies that much. But anyway, I've been rambling for long enough. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was down and out with the flu, but I am back. Back. I'm back. And I'm going to try to drop at least 4 videos this week. Follow up. I got to do a live because I really want to get your opinion on this topic right here. Should the Knicks hire a younger, more modern coach? If nobody snatch my topic up, let's be real. But it is what it is. Like I said, I wasn't a big fan of COVID, but I wasn't sick during COVID. That mask kept me healthy. And with that being said, I want everybody to stay safe, stay healthy, God bless, and peace.